Mel Kiper's mock draft 4.0, and he's got the 5 quarterbacks off the board in the top 10 with Mac Jones going at number 3 to San Francisco. And just maybe this 49ers offense is exactly what Mac Jones needs at the next level. Under Kyle Shanahan, 52% of the team's snaps are under center. That's the 3rd most in the NFL. 87% of the passes come from the pocket. That's the 6th most in the NFL. And there's so much to unpack. And Mel, I have to circle back to you because as you opened today, you said, well, the first 3 picks are locked in, meaning you use that phrase to describe Mac Jones at 3 to San Francisco. Do you see that as locked in?
So it could be a key to one of them, Greeny, maybe 3, but I think they are locked right now. And I think when you look at Mac Jones, I think what you're trying to figure out if you're Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, is there another quarterback, that maybe could be in the discussion, or see another quarterback to say, okay, I got the exclamation point that Mac Jones is my guy. So you keep looking, you keep evaluating, but I think the decision's already been made, and I think that cerebral approach, the incredible accuracy is the reason why Mac Jones makes sense to the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo, if it wasn't for the durability concerns, would be the guy, but the fact of the matter is he's had some injury issues, and Mac Jones comes in there young quarterback, competitive, like I say, super accurate and super smart. That's what I think did it for me in terms of making him the 3rd pick overall to the 49ers.
Again, it is the 3rd pick in the draft, and they gave up a lot to get there. So, Lewis, if people will criticize that by saying, well, they're just taking him because he fits into the offense, what will you say?
I said, well, that's exactly what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to take somebody who fits into their offense according to what they think. And see, that's the thing that I find that's hilarious about all of this right now, is that we're trying to tell the 49ers what fits their offense. Well, if I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'm sitting there telling, no, I'm going to tell you what fits my offense. And, the price that I pay for this is entirely subjective, all right? If I feel as though at 3, that's an appropriate price for me to pay, then I'm going to pay it, because I'll tell you this, if I wind up winning a Super Bowl or 2 with this young man, you're not going to all of a sudden, you're not going to not come to our Super Bowl parade or not praise me because of the fact that you're going to sit there and go, well, you paid too much for him. You didn't have to move up in order to take him, so I'm not going to go ahead and give you any credit. That's what the name of the game is in the NFL. The name of the game is winning championships, not winning the draft, not necessarily making sure that they satisfy everyone's desire to get excellent value at every pick in the draft. The idea is to build football teams that win championships. And decision-making and accuracy wins championships at the quarterback position. How many times do we come back on Mondays and talk about what lost the game in the NFL, and we talk about a quarterback who made a bad decision and or wasn't accurate with the football and caused a tip or an overthrow, and a defense capitalized on it, and either they sealed the game or won the game based off of a bad decision that a quarterback made? We talk about that a lot more than we talk about the fact that, oh my God, this quarterback won the game because he threw the football off platform across his body 60 yards down the field and everyone went crazy. That's not what we talk about a lot on Sundays. But you know what? This is draft season. I get it. We get enamored with traits. We get enamored with value. San Francisco's enamored with winning. And if they feel as though Mac Jones helps them win, then go ahead and take him at 3.
There's very little there for me to argue with, and Lord knows I wouldn't try to do it. David, go.
Preach. I'm in the pulpit, baby. Preach. I'm loving it. I mean, listen, there's a lot of people that look at Greeny's suit and think he overpaid for it. Greeny likes his suit. He's okay with it, all right? So you get to choose what you like. And if you like something that much and that's your convictions, it don't matter what anybody else says about how much you gave up to get what you want. If that's your guy and you think you're going to go win at the next level with him and it's a huge upgrade, go get him. You don't answer to anybody else. That's perfectly fine. So I think the 49ers are clearly, they love his decision-making, which you should love. They love his accuracy, which you should love. Mac Jones has shown you he's willing to stick it out and work hard even though he wasn't the guy. You know he'll be a pro when he steps in the door. So don't tell me how much it costs. If you want something, go get it, just like Greeny does with his outfits.
Yeah, fair enough. I appreciate that. But let me go to you, Jeff Darlington, because if my understanding is correct, Justin Fields is essentially holding a pro day specifically for the 49ers. So if Mac Jones is locked in there, those two things don't go together in my head. What can you explain here?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. This doesn't mean I disagree with anything that's being said, but I also don't believe that Kyle Shanahan is merely going to Justin Fields' pro day to cross his T's and dot his I's. I believe that there is more during a global pandemic when you travel halfway across the country to see a guy throw passes. Like, I think that there's more to it than that. And the one thing I'd point out here is Kyle Shanahan, like, I think we all, to Lewis's point, we all act like we know what fits Kyle Shanahan's offense. I don't know that we do. I mean, when we see the statistics that we put up there under Kyle Shanahan since 2017, you could actually just say under Jimmy Garoppolo since 2017. I remember 13 years ago being at a Texans game when Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator and he ran a quarterback draw in the last second with Matt Schaub as his quarterback. This is one of the most gifted offensive coordinators who will turn right when you say turn left. I'm not so sure that we know exactly what Kyle Shanahan is thinking right now.
So I got 30 seconds here, Mel. How locked in do you genuinely believe they are on Jones? How surprised will you be if they go a different direction?
Very surprised. As you talk to people in the league, I think it's Mac Jones, and I think for everything the guys were talking about, when you make that move up there, you better feel strongly about a guy. You're not going up there still debating it. You better have a guy that you're locked into. You know about, is it a lock? You better lock into that guy if you're going to make that move up from that 12 spot to that 3 spot, and they have that guy. And if it is Mac Jones, and that's where everything was trending, that's what all the talk is, that it's Mac Jones. For all the reasons we discussed, I think that's why the 49ers would make him that pick.
Mel's mock draft 4.0 is up, and the intrigue is thick. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.